Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of our Skyrim Anniversary Edition PS4 playthrough as Ruark, the Red Guard Vampire Hunter. Last episode, we returned to High Hrothgar to question the greybeards about their knowledge of the Dragon Wren Shout, as discovered by Esbern on Alduin's Wall. Arngeir, frustrated that we had been working with the Blades, refused to answer any of our questions about the Shout until he was reprimanded by their leader, a hermit living at the top of the mountain. With a new shout to clear the artificial weather around the peak, Lydia and I reached the hermit, who ended up being a dragon. After learning of the shout and the story of its creation, Paarthurnax sent us on a new mission to find an Elder Scroll to help undo the past. Thanks for your patience on this episode. I've been feeling under the weather. This episode's quite long and a lot of exposition. I hope you all enjoy. The leader of the greybeards is a dragon, which is crazy by itself, except for the small point that he is a dragon that worked with Alduin during the Dragon Wars and helped to enslave mankind. But his words about destiny, it makes me think back to Kasha's words. I hope your disguise and new life are working. Who am I? Ruark, the dragonborn savior of mankind? Or Ruark, the pugilist? Ruark, the prize fighter, a boy sold into slavery to toil on the farms on the oases of the Alakir Desert, living for that next meal and drop of water, protecting my sister at all costs, until the Thalmor bastards came. Here and now, Ruark, here and now. We descend the mountain and head to the shelter of the monastery. We need to sleep and ask Arngeir for any help he can give in locating an Elder Scroll, an object out of space and time, a wholly unexplainable and incomprehensible object, a magic object.
So, you spoke to Paarthurnax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the Dragon Wren Shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek. Such blasphemies are the calling of mages, not followers of the Way. Take your question to the College of Winterhold. They may be able to help you. It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. The Blades were born of dragon-hating crusaders. They still carry that legacy, although they may not remember from whence it came. They carried out a genocide of dragons when they first came to Tamriel. And now, They will do it again, with your help. Sky, guard you.
Arngeir continues to worry about the blades. I admit I had my own reservations about Delphine and Esbern, but I don't know. The sheer destructive power of the dragons should be self-evident. Paarthurnax just muddies things even more. We set out to the frozen north, the city of Winterhold. On the carriage ride there, Lydia tells me of the destruction that had racked Winterhold in the years following the Great Collapse. Apparently something, some say something magical, caused widespread destruction in the city of Winterhold, leaving it but a shell of its former glory. Strangely, or luckily, the college of Winterhold was left unscathed. Curious. I am growing more and more accustomed to these powers of the Dragonborn, and sometimes know uses for them in the back of my mind like I've used them before. Regardless, they are very useful in my travels of this frozen wasteland.
thought I was a goner just now. Thanks for the help, and if you need any supplies, I have a few to sell. Take a look. Good day.
Mike wishes you well. Mike does not remember his childhood. Perhaps he never had one.
After hours of trudging through knee-high snow and ruined cobble paths and countless amounts of wolves and bears, we finally saw Winterhold poking through the dusk, or at least I thought it was Winterhold. As we got closer, I saw that what I assumed to be the Jarl's longhouse was actually the college, over 300 meters from the bulk of the remaining city of Winterhold. The houses and buildings that were left were in disrepair, and the wreckage of the Great Collapse was everywhere. I followed the road towards the college and was met with a door guard of sorts.
The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The flame Paarthurnax is a vital companion for anyone relying on conjuration. Summoning one here would certainly show your skill. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. Much knowledge lies within the walls. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.
It crossed my mind to just be done with this and declare myself the Dragonborn, but I don't think that all in Skyrim would be as welcoming to that fact as the greybeards are. Feralda walked Lydia and I across the ruined path to the precipice that the college straddled. I find it hard to believe that magic is not at play in keeping the huge structure atop that tiny spire. I just hope that I can find the Elder Scroll hidden inside.
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reason behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Aren, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us. Until next time.
Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? Well, then this should be no problem at all for you. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. Don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Saarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you. Good to see Skyrim still has such fun. So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Until next time.
You know, this is one of a very few places where you can receive a real education in the schools of magic.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that... I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, perhaps Urag has a book you can read.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. No? Well, then she hasn't gotten to you yet. But she will. And don't you believe a word of it. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. All right then.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Paarthurnax. Now, do you require assistance? And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy? I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true, even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods. It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad. Ah, you think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about? Wait, were you the one the greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them. Fight well. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
The college librarian, after having to divulge that I am the Dragonborn, gave me 2 books with information pertaining to the Elder Scrolls. The first, titled Effects of the Elder Scrolls, goes into detail about the various effects reading an Elder Scroll has on the reader, ranging from nothing to complete and immediate blindness. Interestingly, he claims that for those with incredible intellect, they can read the scroll and understand it for years before the blindness happens. It is also worth noting that the book was dictated, not written, so the author most likely has some credibility in that regard. The second book is complete and utter gibberish. Pages upon pages of nonsense. This Septimus character seems like if he actually has seen an Elder Scroll, he would be in the first group and not intelligent enough for it to have done damage.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact. But, well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
You're kidding me. The world's most knowledgeable person when it comes to Elder Scrolls is this Septimus character, who no one even knows where he is. Well, I guess north is as good a starting point as any. Walking through the halls and out of the courtyard, I am once again bombarded by unknown knowledge pertaining to my dragon shouts. This shout become ethereal. I have an idea. I walk towards the open window and with one smooth motion, shout out the power and then leap. I will find Septimus. I will find the Elder Scroll.